Okay, so welcome back. This is video number 5, and we're going to dive straight in and talk about how to start a new Prezi. Basically, building a Prezi from scratch. You can either build it from complete scratch, or you can actually just use a template, which is actually a simpler route. I highly recommend that route. And for those of you who are super creative, and I highly recommend if you really have started out using templates and you've gotten really well versed with the templates, then and only then do I actually recommend that you actually start from a clean slate. But if you've never used Prezi Next before, I highly recommend that you start with the template first, get used to the actual animations, the options, and all of that first before you move to a little bit more advanced. All right, so let's start with some of the basics and move from there, right? So let's go ahead and click New Presentation, and let me go ahead and walk you around. Now you will notice that it does take a little bit of time to load, so depending on your internet connection. And there you go. So as you can see here, we've got many different categories. We got sales and development, we have marketing, education, HR and training, and general. And you've got a huge amount of templates, really good looking templates. In my mind, compared to the Prezi Classic, this is just way better. Of course, Prezi compared to PowerPoint, the original Classic version, I thought was better than PowerPoint, regardless. So these are just a certain amount of templates you have access to, and as you can see, you have a huge amount of templates. All right, so let's just go ahead and pick one of these, and let's just go ahead and run with it. So let's go ahead and let's just choose this one here. All right, so click on it. It's loading the template preview, so we have a better idea of what it looks like. So the nice thing about Prezi is, you can change the background. You could change it to an image of your company, of your building, or you can change it to something else. It really is up to you. So that's where the customization process comes in. So the nice thing about this is you can take a look at it and see, is this really right for me? Do I really want to use this? And let's just go ahead and click Use This Template. Okay, so that took a little bit more time, but I went ahead and paused that so that we could zoom forward. But up at the top, you can, of course, change the title of your Prezi. So we could call this Sales Pitch 1. You've got File, you can do New Prezi, you can save, you can show info about the Prezi. You can show your Prezis. So obviously this would go out and go to your other Prezis, which is not what we really want to do. You can insert topics, you can insert texts, charts, images, videos, even to make it even more engaging, shapes, arrows, lines, icons, and symbols, comments, and animation. So there are a lot of varieties of different elements that you can insert. You can hide the background. You could hide comments or show animations. You can go into presentation mode, viewer, presentation viewer. You can preview it or see what it looks like live. So you're really not going to need these until you're actually done with everything else. Now, like I said earlier, we have topics, and then of course, when you drill down further, you will be able to see subtopics, like so, and then you're able to drill further, which then will allow you to see pages. So before, like I showed you, there were pages and then subtopics. And then of course you can zoom back out and you'll see animations. Now remember how I said previously that what the Prezi Next does is it takes the most powerful features or the strengths of the classic Prezi and Microsoft PowerPoint, and it brings it all together, and that's what we have here. So with animations, I could actually animate it so that I don't want certain elements to actually appear until I actually begin to click. And that's the beauty of animations, just like a PowerPoint concept.